well, hopefully this week these ones don't hit me as hard as they did last week. I was in a bad mood last week. My apologies. Hi, guys. Welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. We are back with Mr. Marvin Gaye. We're going to be continuing, actually finishing up the rest of side 1 of What's Going On. The next 3 tracks, Save the Children, God is Love, and Mercy, Mercy Me, The Ecology. That's the last 3 on side 1, and then side 2 is actually only 3 songs, so maybe we'll just do that all in one swing next week. This is courtesy of our Alpha Page and Barry. As always, thank you for your support, Barry. I truly appreciate it. Last week was... it was definitely a hard night for me, but it was very cathartic too to listen to that. Like, someone commented and said that he's good medicine. I agree. He's definitely good medicine. Good for the soul. It lets all that nasty stuff out that we hold in, you know, and it's a very healthy release. So I'm excited to hear more. If you want to subscribe to help brother out, click that icon right below my face. I'd really appreciate it. I mean, if you leave a like, comment, maybe watch it all the way through, I'd appreciate it even more. All right, here we go. Save the Children, Marvin Gaye. 3, 2, 1, go.
I just want to ask a question. Who really cares to save a world in despair? Who really cares? There'll come a time when the world won't be singing, when the world won't be singing, flowers won't grow, no, bells won't be ringing, no bells won't be ringing. Who really cares? Who really cares? Who's willing to try? Who is willing to try to save a world? To save a world that's destined to die. That is destined to die. When I look at the world, it fills me with sorrow. It fills me with sorrow. Little children today, really gonna suffer tomorrow. Really suffer tomorrow.
Jeez, oh my God, bro.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Such a bad way to live. Such a bad way to live. Who is to blame? Who is to blame? We can't stop living. We can't stop living. Oh, oh. Live for life.
Yep.
But let live, everybody. Live life for the children. Live life for the children. Oh, for the children. See, let's save the children. Let's save all the children. Save the babies. Save the babies.
It's the Funk Brothers, right?
And if you wanna love, you got love. Save the babies. For the little fear you got feeling. You will save the babies. All of the children. But
James Jamerson, right? Yeah.
Who's willing to try? Yeah, to save our world. Yeah, to save our sweet world. Save a world that is destined to die. Oh, oh, oh. for us to live in. He made this world and gave us everything. God gave us everything, and all He asks of us is we give each other love. Oh yeah, don't go and talk about my Father. No, no, no. 'Cause God is my friend, Jesus is my friend. He loves us whether or not we know it. And He'll forgive all our sins. Oh yeah, and all He asks of us, oh yeah, is we give each other love. Oh yeah, love your mother, she bore you. Love your father,
So thought-provoking.
love your sister, it's good to love your brother, love your brother. Don't go and talk about my father. It's good to us. God,
The hand percussion is excellent.
Jesus is my friend, and when we call on Him for mercy, Father, He'll be merciful, my friend. Oh yes, He will. All He asks of us, I know.
Mercy, mercy me.
Whoa, oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be now. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east. Whoa, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be now. Oil wasted on the oceans and upon our seas, fish full of mercury.
Sure.
Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they
That hi-hat.
used to be. No. Radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and birds who live nearby are dying.
What is he trying to tell us right now?
Mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more we use from men? Can't you stand that? Oh, no.
The song is called The Ecology. What have we done to our poor mother? That's magical, bro. Alright, some good medicine, bro. You keep surprising me, man. I feel like I have the song figured out, and then he throws something like that in there, and I'm like, the hell was that? Man, dude, that is like chicken noodle soup for the soul, literally. It really is. It just kind of releases all that unhealthy, pent-up, like, frustration and anger we have with ourselves and with society itself and other people. It's just sort of like trivial in the face of what he's singing about, you know, and talking about God is love and all that, you know. And I won't even go on like the religious aspect of it, but if there was a God, you would think that, I don't know. I think the whole, if you read the Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament God are like two separate things, basically. You know, the Old Testament God was fire and brimstone. The New Testament God was turn the other cheek and love the neighbor and, you know, all that stuff. I think the Romans had something to do with that, but I'll leave that one alone. You know, I think it's all us kind of like transplanting our feelings and projecting it into this like being, you know, this, everyone has their idea of what it would be, or, you know what I'm saying? And who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You don't know. We all don't know. I mean, we all have what we believe, and that's fine. Everyone gets to believe whatever they want, you know? But I feel like the whole love thing, I think that transcends even just spirituality or anything. And that there's no emotion or anything like that than that feeling that is love, you know? Because there's multiple versions of it, too, you know? There's like there's a parental love, there's friend love, there's love, you know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of different versions of it, man. And you would think that God would want everyone to be happy in their own way, but also happiness doesn't really teach you nothing either. So that's why bad things happen, because that makes you appreciate the good things, you know? That's just what happens. I feel like Marvin just puts that healing into just motion with his voice, man. What a wonderful voice that man has. I mean, good God, seriously, just hearing him sing that stuff, it's some of the most soothing, I don't know, it's like a balm for like a burn, bro. Seriously, it's just smooth as butter, and I love every second of it. And then the instrumentation from the Funk Brothers, and then whoever's doing like the symphonic stuff too. I don't know if that was the Funk Brothers too. I said no, they didn't do the alto sax. So there's a bunch of people that did the violins, violas, cellos, double bass, harp, flute, saxophone, trumpets, oboe, trombone. I mean, they had everything. The backing vocals were also Marvin Gaye, the Andantes, Mel Farr, Charlie Sanders, Kenneth Stover, produced by Marvin Gaye, and then it was conducted and arranged by David Van de Piet. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And it was the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. So this is all Detroit. It's all Motown, Detroit. This is Detroit everything. I dig it, man. You can feel that just almost, I don't want to say cold, but it does have this almost like, I don't know, this cold, almost city aspect to it. But it's a man coming back. I think it's an African-American man coming back from Vietnam, right? And just seeing his country completely different than how he left it. I think that's what the story is for it. But whatever, you can feel the pain that this character feels coming back home. I think it's modeled after his brother, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it is a hell of a journey to go to some far off land, almost die probably countless times. Barely make it back by the skin of your teeth, just to come back to a completely different reality than what you left it. Not even just yourself has changed from said conflict that you've been a part of, but the world has changed too. You come back and, you know, stores are different, houses are boarded up, people act differently. That happened to me being locked up for a few months and coming back. That program that I was at, that was in New York, I was supposed to be there for 2 years. I was there for a year. It was basically being locked up. And that's not counting my actual jail time, but it basically was jail. But we had a lot more freedom. And I lived in a castle, so that's pretty cool. But, you know, it's really hard to just get past all that. Like, it really is. When you think just how far as a country we come and we go, I don't know, man. We come back to things and things change. Like my entire town where I grew up in, it's completely different now. Everything's been renovated. There's shopping malls, you know, little outlets everywhere. The old hotel's gone. You know, and this is back home not where I live now, but back home in Southern Maryland, and everything's different now. And I grew up there, and that's home. And it's really not there anymore. The house I grew up in, somebody bought it when I was like 18, and my mom moved to a different house, because that's the house that her and her husband had, my dad, and of course he passed, so she couldn't live there no more, so with her new husband, so they had to get a new house. And now the house is completely different. They cut all the trees down, you know, the horse extension, like the barn and all that, it's all gone. And I drove past it a few years ago and it broke my heart just to see it like that. Like, everything changes, but that's what happens. Is time is a motherfucker, bro. Like, it really, really is. And before you know it, like, I'm 30 right now. I'll be 40, I'll be 50. My kids will be graduating college. And imagine what the world's going to be like then if we make it that far. You know what I'm saying? It'll be all in our heads. Well, technically it already all is. You know, if you go by what actually I think is going on, it's all in our heads anyway. But imagine the technology and what the world's even going to be like. You know, I hope we can get to a post-scarcity sort of Star Trek sort of thing. But in reality, I feel like it's just going to get worse and worse. The divide between the rich and the poor, the division between the one side and the other, everything's just going to keep getting worse. I really hope it doesn't, though. Like, I do have a little bit of hope for the future, because I know a lot of people, younger people, are starting to get interested in things that are beyond TikTok or something like that, you know, and I hope they're starting to break free from the hold that media and everything has on them. And that goes to everybody. Like, seriously, it affects us in ways we don't even understand. The videos we watch, the algorithm, like, at least with my videos, it's just my dumbass talking and like music. It's nothing, there's no propaganda here, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's Lee Reacts propaganda for me, but I usually tell it pretty straight, to be honest. I know a lot of people try to, you know, they say everything on the internet's fake. I'm not fake, I promise. And I don't know, dude. I just, I get where Marvin's coming from with this album, bro. Like, I really feel him. I think he's talking about his brother and the stuff he went through as a soldier. And coming back and just seeing everything different, man. I couldn't even imagine. Actually, I can, because I've been through it. But at the same time, we change too, you know? So I think that's the key, is to also change with the times. You have to stay yourself, but be able to be malleable enough to move around and be fluid to get around to certain parts of the world and different things, because things are going to change, you know? Technology's going to change. What if the entire grid goes out? Then everybody who's been prepping this time knows how to grow food. Then that skill becomes beneficial and not this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everything changes with the times, and it depends on what situation we're living in. So, I don't know. I guess hopefully the future turns out bright. Hopefully for my daughter's sake. I really want it to, but we'll see. But that was wonderful, Barry. Thank you so much, man. I think the Funk Brothers always deliver, bro. James Jamerson's bass in that first track was just fantastic. Sorry, I get distracted, but with topics like this, I kind of have to talk about stuff. You know, definitely the bass would be the highlight throughout. The third track, though, man, that really hit, dude. Like, especially that really almost, I wouldn't say psychedelic, but there was like this strange little outro for like 10 or 15 seconds to that last track. And then him talking about like the marine life, the ecology. I don't know if there were like not nature songs, you know, kind of like environmental anthems like that. I don't know if that was a thing back then, to be honest. Was it a thing? And if it was, I'm guessing there was very few, you know, and he was talking about some stuff in that's what I was like, whoa, what is he trying to tell us right now? The radiation beneath our feet, the radiation in the skies, the mercury that's in our fish. And he was talking about this in what, 71? What do you think's going on now? It's gotten worse. That's why everyone's unhealthy. That's why everyone's dying. That's why everyone's sick. All the food's poisoned. All the water's ruined. Someone poisoned the water hole, literally. Toy Story. But still, you know, hopefully we can pull our asses out of our heads, literally, you know, or the other way around, whatever you want to say. And just, you know, maybe focus on the future and give our children a better future, not a worse one than what we have, you know? All right, that's my spiel. Thank you for watching. Thank you again, Barry. That was wonderful. I would go with the third and the first track as my favorites, the bass being the standouts, and Marvin's voice is just, like I said, it's like an ointment for a burn, bro. It just feels so good for the soul, on the soul, and in your ears. So, there you go. Next week, we'll do the entirety of Side 2, and that'll be it. What's going on? I'll see you later. And thank you to everybody who reached out last week and asked me what's going on. I really do appreciate that, because I was going through it last week. I'm not gonna lie, but you just gotta take the punches as they come. That's just YouTube, I guess. That's the game I picked to play, so gotta learn to live with the rules, I guess. See you later.